Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Come to you live from the outskirts of the internet. This is the Gaming Saloon for September 24th, 2022, which hosts Space Breaker 2448 and Wrap It Up Salon.
Hello.
It's a busy week this week. Why did everyone wait to do everything the last 2 weeks?
Good question.
Because also, holy shit, our releases. We are not reading through all of these, but still, damn. But before we get into any of this that we've got this week, Tommy, what have you been playing?
I mean, besides what's been streamed and not a whole lot.
Same.
I've kind of done more of what we've done on stream, off stream too. So, not like I can really be like, oh, I've done X, Y, Z that no one knows about.
Yeah. I guess it's mainly been Splatoon 3 for me. Because trying out the Splatfest, it's Splatoon. There's not much else to it, even with the Splatfest. Because I didn't get to try the tricolor battle. That sounds like a terrible idea. I kind of wish I got to see how terrible of an idea it was.
Fair.
Because I was in queue the whole time for it, and it just didn't give it to me. It kept dropping me back in the regular queue. Some part of me feels like that says more than it should about tricolor battles. That literally no one wants any part of them.
I don't know if it's so much that, or if it's a case of maybe something was wrong server side.
That's very possible too. But yeah, otherwise not a whole lot. Work's kept me busy and tired. That is the best way to put it.
Busy and tired, or tired of being busy?
Busy and tired.
Okay.
But anything else before we hit the news then?
No.
All right then. So first up is the big thing, the really big thing. So GTA 6 got leaked via screenshots and footage via a hacker in London. I know it's a hacker in London because they've been arrested. So yeah, GTA 6 has been leaked from a lot of reactions and stuff, and the small one clip I've seen of it. It looked a whole lot like GTA 5. So probably not the biggest thing to write home about. But it has caused a stir in the industry. Because apparently when people are like, oh, it doesn't even look that interesting and good, for being a game probably early in development, or mid in development, I guess. So a ton of developers, and this is in our notes if you want to see it, it is a Twitter thread someone compiled of all these different developers from across the industry dropping footage of their games early in development to give people an idea of this is what early development looks like for the games you already have. And it's pretty cool. Probably not going to go through all of it, but hey, if the thread is there in the notes for people who want to check it out. But any thoughts on GTA 6?
No, not really.
Fair. I wasn't that interested to start with because 5 was fine, but I don't know if I want to play another GTA right now. And a leak is going to be just whatever. But now to the thing that we will probably talk about for like most of the show. It's a Nintendo Direct.
I mean,
with
yes
a lot.
and no, because we kind of talked about it already.
Yeah.
I.e. see the stream after the Direct.
Pretty much. But yeah, a lot of stuff. Personally, a lot of really good stuff that I'm very happy about. So we got a new Fire Emblem called Fire Emblem Engage. That essentially goes, hey, you know that thing we did as the point of the game with S&T Cross Fire Emblem, aka Tokyo Mirage Sessions, where you got to fusion dance with a Fire Emblem character and you got more or less a super mode? What if we just made that, but a proper Fire Emblem game this time instead of an Atlas RPG game? So I'm on board. Because it seems like it's not just the main heroes, like, you know, your Mars, your Roy's, your Ike's. It's going to be some of the other characters from those games as well, which cool. Even the lore of the game is kind of like, yeah, all of these heroes came and helped us beat the shit out of this big evil dragon, but now the big evil dragon's back and we got to beat it up again. So we gotta call everybody back in. But yeah, that is coming out in January. So very soon.
DM.
Yep. Well, it's January 20th, so we have a specific release date. So odds are with Nintendo, that's a good sign.
I mean, yes and no.
Yeah. It can still get delayed, but I don't know if Nintendo wants big delays on stuff right now.
I mean, they have technically big delayed Splatoon 3 and I forgot the actual name for Breath of the Wild 2.
Tears of the Kingdom?
Yep.
True.
So
let's see what else we got. Takes Two is coming to Switch. Fatal Frame Mask of the Lunar Eclipse is going to come stateside early 2023. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 DLC, the second wave of its season pass, is going to be out October 13th. They even give a silhouette of the hero you're getting in the third wave, because the second and third waves are going to give you a new hero character to recruit and have along your party and get the class of. So for our second wave, we're getting what is essentially an artificial blade a la Poppy from Xenoblade 2. And the third one's a little harder to tell, but it is good stuff for people who have Xenoblade 3, like me. New SpongeBob game coming out next year. Fist of the North Star is getting a fitness boxing game in March on the Switch. I don't know why this is a thing.
Because reasons.
Probably. We'll touch on that in a second, since it's not in the list order. Oddballers, I don't remember that. Tunic, which everyone talks about as being very good. I think it's that throwback Zelda game that has a lot of puzzle solving stuff with its manual and all that. But that's coming. Right. Yeah, that's coming the 27th of this month. Front Mission 1 and 2 remakes are on the way. Front Mission 1 will hit in November. The Front Mission 2 is coming next year. And they're doing Front Mission 3. But no date on that. The Story of Seasons, which is the farm sim or no, that is a farm sim from the former, was it Harvest Moon devs that have to do Harvest Moon games but under a different title, I believe.
Yes.
It is coming, yeah, it is coming to the Switch in the summer of next year. Splatfest is currently going on. Octopath 2 is coming in February. It makes me realize I need to go play and beat 1. But it's a new cast, if I recall correctly. I really hope the stories are a little bit more intertwined, or at least the other characters get to talk and comment on the specific character story. Because that was kind of the downfall for me for Octopath 1.
Still haven't played Octopath 1, so...
Fair. Fae Farm, another farm sim, but with magic spells and combat, is coming spring of next year. Exclusive to the Switch. Final Fantasy Thrimia Final Bar Line is coming in February 16th specifically, and we'll have Nier DLC. This is a Final Fantasy rhythm game that was on the 3DS. I'm surprised it's taken us this long to get one on the Switch. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope got some gameplay and stuff, but it was all the same stuff from the Ubisoft Connect, so it's stuff we've already talked about, I think.
Probably.
Like, they've confirmed the full playable cast. Bowser is playable. He is big tanky character. I think they showed off a couple bosses. It looks good. I honestly didn't pay attention to it much because it's like, it's Mario plus Rabbids. It's gonna be good. You don't need to tell me any more about this. I'm good. I'll just pick it up when it comes out. But that's October 20th. Room Factor 3 Special is coming to Switch next year. More N64 games are arriving to the expansion packs.
Including GoldenEye.
Yes. I need to find the specific spot in the trailer that listed the release dates for everything. Well, the release years. So this year, we are getting Pilot Wings, Mario Parties 2 and 3. Or no, Mario Party 1 and 2. My bad. Next year, we're getting Mario Party 3, the 2 Pokemon Stadium games, 1080 Snowboarding, and Excite Bike 64. And GoldenEye is not dated? Yes, it's coming soon.
Yeah, it's not dated. But that's to be expected, in all seriousness, because that's not a... That's not a thing that Nintendo has exclusive rights to, because, you know, Rare is owned by Microsoft. And on top of that, it is a licensed game.
Yeah. Hello, James Bond.
So,
I know your right situations are nonsense.
So it is double whammy.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it will be coming soon, but it will have online play, which... Okay. Can we also get Perfect Dark? Because I've never played the original Perfect Dark. And everyone talks about how Perfect Dark, I think, might be a better game than GoldenEye. Or it's an improvement upon GoldenEye.
I think that's what I've always heard. Improvement.
Yeah.
Not so much that it's a better game.
Yeah. So, Perfect Dark, please.
I mean, to be fair, we have 2/3 of the Rare trifecta.
Yeah.
Because I can't honestly add Donkey Kong 64 into that one because, you know, that's kind of an oddball.
Also, I'll be honest, I don't think I want to play vanilla Donkey Kong 64.
I think I want to before I try a randomizer, and I say that because I've actually tried a randomizer and I realized I don't remember as much about the game.
Oh, I mean, like, I don't want to play a vanilla Donkey Kong 64 since there is a mod to just let you swap Kongs on the fly. Like Sans randomizer.
I mean, it's baked into the randomizer too.
Yeah. Like, even without a randomizer, just being like, oh, I can swap Kongs on the fly. That sounds like it improves Donkey Kong 64 by like 1,000%. It sounds like it is automatically a better video game because of how much backtracking and shit you have to do if you don't have that.
That makes me wonder if, because you know Rare has to know about it, that makes me wonder if we did get Donkey Kong 64 coming, would we potentially have it set up as, you know, the modded version? Because from my understanding, everyone does like that one.
That would require somebody to put in work into that game to make that happen. So
no, it wouldn't. Not if you think about it.
Yeah.
If they're technically just grabbing the ROMs that are online somewhere, all they'd have to do is grab a ROM that's already patched with it.
True. Some part of me thinks it's like it's just not going to happen because they're not going to put in the effort to make it happen.
I could maybe see them doing it as one of the special kind of deal.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's a thing.
Like, I probably could agree with you on the, yeah, we're not going to see it for the base. But I might could see it as like a special version.
Mm-hmm. What else we got? Various Daily Life is on the Switch now. Factorio, which is a building game, like a kind of build factory kind of game.
Which I have to think is going to be better on PC.
Probably. I think it's already out on PC.
Has been for a while.
Oh, right, yeah, because Tom and them play that, don't they? Tom and a few other people.
I don't know.
Somebody I follow has played Factorio because I have seen the notification that they are playing Factorio on like Twitter and stuff when they go live. So I think it's Tom Fox and them because I think it's him. I might be wrong. Anyway, IB is also coming spring 2023. Mario Strikers Battle League is getting its second free update. Pauline and Diddy are coming to the roster. More gear, new stadium. Atelier Ryza 3 is coming out February. We got a look at a couple of the tracks for Wave 3 of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's DLC. Merry Mountain from Tour and Peach Gardens from the DS game. Switch Sports is getting a golf update this holiday. Pikmin 4 is coming next year with no gameplay, but it is over the shoulder now instead of a top-down perspective, which is very interesting if that is the case. Because the camera and stuff was at the ground, kind of over the shoulder of Olimar. Not like over the shoulder, mind you, like a Resident Evil, but the same similar idea. So I'd be kind of curious if they are going that way with it. Jazz Dance is coming out in November. Some Bayonetta 3 footage. They did that is still on track for October 28th. There's a new trailer that was released separately from the Direct if you want to watch that. Master Detective Archives Raincode coming next year. Village Cloud Edition is going to come in October. Sifu is also going to come to the Switch November 8th, which is not going to be as good of a version of Sifu because of the 1,001 mods that people have thrown at that game. Holy shit. People have thrown all the skin mods at that game.
Oh, kind of like how Spider-Man got one. It was released on PC.
Pretty much. Crisis Core is still on track for December 13th on Switch. Radiant Silvergun Shmup is already on the eShop. Endless Dungeon is gonna come out next year. Tales of Symphonia is getting a remaster next year, which, hey, that's cool for people who like Symphonia. Says a bunch of games, nothing super interesting there. Kirby Return to Dreamland, the 2011 version, is going to come to the Switch. And lastly, Breath of the Wild 2 now has a subtitle that isn't just Breath of the Wild 2. It is officially Tears of the Kingdom, which is why this direct was not aired live in England, because the Queen passed away before the direct happened, so they had to apparently push it back. Apparently that was real. Damn. Not much gameplay wise, but it's here, and it's dated for May 12th.
Which means it was probably pushed back 2 months.
Probably.
Just saying.
So how are you feeling on this trailer?
Yeah. I feel like I'm probably gonna have to replay Breath of the Wild before I hop into Tears kind of deal.
Maybe I'm just kind of curious, because like there's some imagery here, and I'm like, imagery plus the title of this, I'm just like, what are you going to do? Are you going to kill Zelda?
Too soon. No, I don't think that's gonna be the thing. I think what'll probably happen will more be a case of something bad will happen, but I don't think it'll be her dying.
I mean, we have Ganondorf properly reviving, and then, oh shit, there's like Malice like seeping out of Death Mountain now, like it literally exploding from the top of Death Mountain, and like various parts of Hyrule are now floating in the air and stuff, along with all these ruins in the sky. So shit's kind of fucked. We might have did a bad thing. But anything else?
Huh?
All right. Good direct overall. I came away with stuff to be happy about. So, hooray. Sony, the same day, just hours later, dropped a state of play showcasing their stuff. So, kind of going from the top of this list, God of War Ragnarok got a big showcase of its stuff. It is certainly God of War, like new God of War, with a whole bunch of stuff going on. It looks cool. I have still not played the first of these soft reboot God of Wars. We also got Sin Duality, which this is a mech game where you have floating psychic friend. This game kind of looks interesting. Like, it's just mech combat game, but you have floating friend beside you doing stuff. We also got Rise of the Ronin from Team Ninja. That just reminds me of Sucker Punch's Ghost of Tsushima. Like, no offense, this just feels like Ghost of Tsushima, but from a different team.
Well then.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's just an odd little coincidence. Stellar Blade is an action game. Kind of reminds me of Nier in some respects. It looked cool. We are getting digital collectibles known as PlayStation Stars. Essentially, think like trophies and stuff, except it's now physical, and it's little trinkets to represent different stuff from PlayStation's years. That's kind of it. No more details on that. Harry Potter game, don't give a shit. Sorry, don't care. We have what I can best describe as spooky storm chasing video game, Pacific Drive, where you're driving around with like supernatural storm chasing, I think supernatural storms and stuff. I don't know how else to describe it. It looks kind of interesting this sounds like a dumb idea, but I'm kind of on board to see if this actually is anything worthwhile. An announcement that's going to play into something we will talk about next. Did you know that there was a Yakuza pair of Yakuza duology of spin-off games that had the cast of Yakuza characters playing more or less their ancestors in ancient Japan or feudal Japan?
Oh.
Well, that's the Ishin games. And the first one is going to be coming out in February of next year. Dubbed Like a Dragon Ishin, which, if you're curious about that title change, buckle in. We'll talk about that in a minute. But this is essentially feudal Japan Yakuza games. It looks very cool. And it's just a surprise because this is a PS3 title that is, I think, being remade in the Dragon Engine for current consoles and stuff. And this never came out in America. This was Japan exclusive. So this will be the first time we get it stateside officially. Let's see, last of our stuff. Demio is more or less D&D, but as a VR game. So you can play D&D in VR. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge VR thing. And Tekken 8 was announced with some gameplay and stuff. And it looks like Tekken with all its cool particle effects and stuff. That's kind of it. State of Play wasn't that interesting, if I'm being honest. It had some neat stuff, but I don't think anything I'm super invested in at the moment.
Fair.
But anything else? Was that a no?
Yeah, that was a no.
Oh, okay. So, next up, remember how I said that Like a Dragon title name is important? Well, RGG has announced, alongside Ishin, Yakuza 8, aka Like a Dragon 8, where Ichiban is back as protagonist and stuff, but also Kiryu with his gray hair and stuff, because plot, essentially.
Because he's old man.
I guess. But yes, from here on forward, the Yakuza series will be changed to being titled Like a Dragon, which is its Japanese title. Also because, well, Yakuza 7 kind of put the Yakuza stuff, Yakuza Like a Dragon kind of put the Yakuza stuff to bed, and calling it Like a Dragon lets them do more stuff, essentially, and also lets them kind of soft reboot in a sense. Since, 7 is kind of a fairly good entry point since it is an RPG stuff. And 8 will also be RPG. And Ishin has, nothing to do with Yakuza at all. It's kind of its own thing. Just using the same gameplay mechanics and characters. Ish. So yeah. But yeah, Like a Dragon 8 is dated for sometime in 2024. It'll be PS5, Series X, PS4, and PC. So we still have a ways to go for that. But yeah, any thoughts on the name change or Like a Dragon 8? Which I am now having to get used to calling it Like a Dragon 8 instead of Yakuza 8.
Everyone will still call it Yakuza.
I'm aware.
But no, nothing else to add on that one.
All right, then. Next up, speaking of a game we've been playing on stream, Star Citizen. So its crowdfunding has surpassed $500 million.
For most crowdfunding things, that sounds like an insanely amount. When
Well, to be fair,
consider that over 10 years, that's still an insane amount.
Yep.
But that doesn't feel as bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there is certainly a lot going on with Star Citizen. Also, it feels weird to be like, oh yeah, they have like $500 million. They've made like $500 million essentially from backers and stuff, and the game is still jank, but I don't know if the game would be interesting without the jank, if I'm being honest.
I think it still would. I feel like the next big patch is going to be the make or break point for me on it, though. At least for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Because the next big patch is supposed to be setting the servers up to do more like server meshing and persistence between them, the instances kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
If the servers implode, I'm probably done with it for a while.
Fair.
And I'm willing to bet they're going to implode because the last plans that I saw, the big patch is slated for around the same time as the next Free Fly event.
Mm-hmm.
In a couple of months.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. Basically, what we're doing on co-op is one of the last hurrah kind of deals, because that's going to be the make or break point when that event happens.
Yeah, that's fair. I would at least like to own a big fancy ship before we probably never play this game again.
Before we essentially lose it because of the patch update.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we do have better news to talk about, I think. So, Marvel has started a new collaboration with EA, specifically Motive Studio. They're currently working on an Iron Man game, and we have a little teaser here image of this. I'll be honest, I think this is the first time I've seen an Iron Man suit with a diamond arc reactor.
Same, but that's also scaring me.
It also looks very... like, it's very angled shape, which is I'm not used to seeing on an Iron Man suit. It's very angular. Folks, we don't have a lot to talk about with this. I'm scrapping straws because the only other news about this is that this will be the first of multiple games that Marvel is teaming up with.
Now they screwed it. Okay.
Yeah, this will be the first of multiple games planned with EA, specifically Motive Studios, which are the team behind Battlefront 2, Squadrons, and the upcoming Dead Space remake.
Yeah, but EA.
Yep. So this is a thing that is happening with no date. So keep an eye out for it, I guess. Next up, do you remember Babylon's Fall from Platinum?
Nope.
Well, it's gonna be gone in less than a year because it is shutting down March 3rd. Or not shutting down March 3rd. It'll be shutting down February 27th, just a few days short of a full year of service. Well, I guess it's the Platinum B team. I guess. I don't know. Because, yeah. Oh, well. But last up, and it's also not a whole lot to talk about, do you remember the Mario movie?
That I do.
Well, mark your calendars, folks. In just, what is it? A little under 2 weeks at New York Comic-Con, we will get our first ever teaser for this movie that comes out April of next year. Are you excited?
Meh. Like, part of me wants to be, the other part of me is like, yeah. You're fixing to hit that problem.
Okay, in terms of Mario movies, the bar is very low.
Yeah.
Like, we can only go up, right?
No. Sorry,
Sure we
that
can.
one I just immediately know.
Uh,
No, the bar's low. We can go lower.
if this movie somehow bombs worse than the original Super Mario Brothers movie, I will die laughing. Because you had one job. Don't bomb worse than that movie. It's not that hard. Don't bomb. Don't bungle it that hard.
I'm just gonna put this out there. I am hopeful that it is good. I am expecting it to be crap.
Yeah. Video game movies do not have a good track record right now.
I mean, what are you talking about? Sonic did good.
Yeah, Sonic and the two Sonic movies and Detective Pikachu. That's it. that is the bar that has been set. Is that collection of 3 movies from the last 2 years. Actually, no, it'll be the last 4 years actually. Yeah. That's it. What other video game movie was actually good? That isn't one of the Pokemon movies. Because that's
Fair.
That's the curve. That is the curve that we have to apply to this. Is that we got to take all the Pokemon movies out of the equation.
Well, I don't know if I would necessarily say all, but most.
Yeah. I think that causes a curve to happen. We gotta put them aside.
Because I am almost willing to put money on there has been bad Pokemon movies.
I'm sure there has too. I could not tell you which ones though.
Same. But that's one of those I'm like, I'm gonna at least be generous and say most of them. We probably could leave a few Pokemon.
Yeah. But yeah, anything else before we not talk about every fucking release in the next 2 weeks?
Yeah.
All right, then. We're going to do a short list of releases because, yeah, the 29th and the 30th account for about a page and a half of our releases. So, no.
In 2.5 pages? The 29th and 30th.
Yeah, it's 2.5 pages. My bad. 2.5 pages of, what is it? 4 pages. Or no, 5 pages. 5. Yeah, 5 pages worth of release.
Numbers are hard today.
Yes, they are. They're always hard. I can't count. I can't read and I can't count. We've established this. This is what happens when you're a Yu-Gi-Oh player.
No, they're good at counting. It just has to all be big numbers.
Yeah. Actually, I was watching a video from one of the, I guess, the big Yu-Gi-Oh player people that do YouTube videos and stuff. He was doing the series with one of his friends, where they essentially spin the big wheel of all the secret packs in Master Duel, and whichever one they get is the one they got to pull cards from and make a deck of. So one of them got the X-Saber one. So that's the deck I know. So they put 2 of their cards face up on the field, and then they played Saber Slash, which destroys face up cards equal to the amount of X-Saber cards you have on the field. Guess what he forgot to do?
What?
He forgot to read the part of the card where it says it destroys face up cards equal to the number of X-Saber cards you have. So guess how many face up cards were on the field?
I'm willing to bet 0.
No, 2. The 2 X-Saber cards he put on the field. Guess what he didn't have to blow up? His 2 X-Saber cards. I saw that. I'm like, read for fuck's sakes. It's in the first 5 words of the card. God damn it.
Read hard.
It's the first. Look, I get it with some Pidgeon cards because they are 2 fucking paragraphs of different effects for different modes.
And you run every timer in the world down trying to figure out what the frick the card does.
But this is the first 5 words that says destroy face up cards. That is the first 4 words of the goddamn card. Come on. Anyway, releases. I'm gonna skip on down to the 27th, where we have FIFA 23 Ultimate Edition for Xbox One Series X, PlayStation 4 and 5, Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger IX2 for the Switch, Moon's Cars for Xbox One Series X, PlayStation 4, 5, and Switch, Psychonauts 2 Mother Lobe Edition for Xbox One, Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero for PlayStation 4 and Switch, Life is Strange Arcadia Bay Collection for Switch, Tunic for PlayStation 4, 5, and Switch, down to the 28th, Cube 10th Anniversary for Switch, Tip Top Don't Fall for Xbox One Series X and Switch. On the 29th,
Big list of everything.
There's a lot of stuff we're skipping. Let's Build a Zoo for Xbox One Series X, PlayStation 4, 5, Switch, and it's Dinosaur Island DLC for Switch, I assume. Picross S8 for Switch. Sam Max Save the World Remastered for PlayStation 4, and Beyond Time and Space Remastered for PlayStation 4. Toho Sojo Tale of Beautiful Memories for Switch. On the 30th, even more shit. Android Duno's 1, 2, and Space Song editions of 2 for the Dreamcast. Arcade 1-Up NBA Jam Shack Edition for dedicated consoles. Bayonetta on the Switch, which is already out. I believe that's the physical edition of Bayonetta.
Probably.
Because I don't think they've done a physical edition of Bayonetta yet. It was only 2 with like a packing code for 1, so. Dying Light 2, Stay Human, Bloody Ties DLC for Series X. FIFA 23 for Xbox One, Series X, PlayStation 4 and 5, and Legacy Edition for Switch. Hamster Playground for Switch. Let's Build a Zoo for Xbox One, Series X, or Xbox Series X, PlayStation 4, 5, and Switch. Locomotive for Switch. My Little Pony, A Maritime Bay Adventure for Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. Paw Patrol Grand Prix for Xbox One, Series X, PlayStation 4, 5, Switch, in Stadia. Turok and Turok 2 Seeds of Evil for PlayStation 4. Warhammer 40k Tactus for iOS. Worms Armageddon from Limited Run for 64, along with the Premium's Collector's Edition. The special edition of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is finally released on the 30th on Switch. Your computer might be at risk for on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, 5, and Switch. I don't know if I want that game.
You don't want your computer might be at risk?
No, no, I'm good. Let's see.
You know what's immensely funny though?
What?
Is it coming out on PC also?
I have no idea.
Because otherwise our list makes it look really hilarious.
It's not pulling it up.
I was going to say, Google. Once you get Google to filter out all of the actual troubleshooting stuff that it's trying to do.
I mean, Google's not letting me pull up anything. It's not loading.
Wah, 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 wah.
Apparently you have to search for it because I can't.
It is. It looks like actually it's been out on PC.
Oh.
The reason I was like, that is immensely funny is because of the fact of computer might be at risk, except you're only playing on consoles.
I was like, I'm trying to find this damn thing on Steam because it's gonna be on Steam.
It is on Steam.
Yeah, I finally got the Steam page to pull up. It looks like a fairly basic adventure game. So nothing to write home. Yeah. Continuing releases to October 4th. Early access of Overwatch 2 for Xbox One Series X. They're actually shutting down Overwatch 1 because a very dumb reason. Pretty much.
And it doesn't make them more money.
Yeah. On the 6th, Nier Automata, The End of Yorha Edition for Switch. On the 7th, Chaos Child and Chaos Heads Noah, Chaos Child's Double Pack for Switch. LOL Surprise, BB's Born to Travel for Xbox One Series X, PlayStation 4, 5, and Switch. My Friend Peppa Pig Complete Edition for Xbox One Series X, PlayStation 4, 5, and Switch. PJ Masks Hero of the Night Complete Edition for Xbox One Series X, PlayStation 4, 5, and Switch. Taiko no Jun Tatsujin Rhythm Festival for Switch. And that is pretty much it. The full releases is in our notes, folks, because it's too much. And my throat's already feeling a little sore for some reason. Must be all the sawdust and stuff I had to deal with today. I had to help my dad build some stairs.
Ah.
But yeah, that is it, folks. Anything else?
No?
All right, then. Tomorrow, it's more Ace Attorney as we do the filler episode in Recipe for Turnabout. Thursday might be a thing. Tune in to Twitter when the tweet goes out. If it doesn't, at about 8 or so. If it doesn't, then I'm not streaming.
Friday will be more Star Citizen.
Yep, as we maybe get one of our ships if we find a way to make enough money. Since that seems to be our issue.
Yeah.
We just need a good, efficient way to make money. That, doesn't end up getting us killed because of dumb server bullshit.
Or it gets me ticked off like every time that I've tried mining and being in a server that crashes.
That too.
I've legitimately had one time out of probably the last 5 that I've not been in a server that immediately imploded before I could sell stuff. And that's kind of annoying.
But next Friday will be the something.
That is next Friday. It's Star Citizen.
Well, not next Saturday. Next Saturday.
Yep. Get your days straight. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, something. I was sitting there trying to think of what I was wanting to try to do for it earlier today. I know, shock. I was actually attempting to think about it, and nothing's coming to mind at the moment, so that is a problem.
We still have the Turtles game on Game Pass.
I don't have Game Pass right now.
Oh, okay, never mind. Well, we'll figure something out, I guess. But yeah, that is the week ahead, folks. So, if you like what you see, and drop a follow. I really appreciate it. Chipping away that feel like @TCStone on Twitter gets you updates on live. Next page point Discord chat is just a link. Drop by, say hi. See you tomorrow.